Well, good evening everyone. As you can see, I planned to be at the awards night tonight, but on behalf of Amy and Camden, his grandson, I'd like to say a few words, if I could, about our friend Ed Brazil, and I'm sure everybody misses Ed, and lit a few candles as it's bittersweet tonight with his passing as well, 2-year passing. I'd just like to say a few words on Amy and Camden's behalf and a few stories on how I met Ed. And I'm sure he'd be quite honoured receiving this award tonight. I see he was quite humble and he never wanted to fuss me, just get on with the job and get the job done. And he's very, very respected throughout the world. We're doing 10 members, and all the Australians really loved him as well, so I'm sure they'll be thinking of him tonight and watching the video. Yeah, anyway, never worn one of these before, so I'm going to take this off and see if we can do this, as it's very emotional for us. Amy and I talked about this last year. We were going to attend, and of course got postponed to this year, so yeah, it's very emotional for his passing as well. First met Ed at Moomba when we were doing the Moomba Masters in Melbourne. We've been doing it for 10 years, and I was doing the course, helping with the course with Tony Cunningham with my dad. We're measuring the ropes and the course and surveying, and he just mentioned that he needed some help with the Pro Tour stops, and wanted some people to come across, and Jeff Carrington came and a few others to help out. So we all went over to the States to help Ed out, and he helped us out in Moomba many years. And yeah, it was quite rewarding, and it was quite funny because we know that Ed's one of a kind, and Ed was Ed, so it was quite fun travelling around and going to all the sites and seeing everything. Going to the Masters one year, I remember we stopped for a beer stop, of course, and beer, and it was one of his favourites, and Pizza Hut, and handed me the keys and said, "You're driving," and I said, "Wow." He said, "I'll be driving on the other side of the road," and he goes, "You'll be right." I said, "How far is it?" He says, "Oh, about 6 or 7 hours. You'll be right. We're going to stop at Jean Davis's house on the way, so when you get near this town, just stop and we'll go there." So on the way up there, I heard about the Gainesville murders and everything, so I wasn't keen about stopping there for a pizza as well. And it's about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and so we're going straight through. So we're driving along, and then I said, "Stop at the restroom, the rest stop." And he said, "Why have we stopped for?" I said, "We're going to go to the bathroom." He said, No, you can't go to the bathroom." I said, "Why not?" He said, "There's been some shootings with the British tourists at the moment. It's all been on the news, and rental cars, and for some reason you might get shot out there." So I went into the bathroom, came out, and he's with his Magnum 454 gun in his hand, ready to shoot someone as they came around. So I was never seen a real gun before, so I was a bit shocked by that, but that was Ed. And we get up there to the site, and I said, after we put the course in, I said, "Where's the scoreboard and the video board up there, the screen for the skiers and that to see, and the spectators?" He said, "Oh, we don't have one." I said, "Oh, remember we do." And he said, "Oh, well, there's a narrow bank, and Channel 7 paying for it to help out with the budget, and we can't really afford to get one, but we'll see." So next year I saw that they had one, so I was really happy about that they got one to, like Moomba, to have the scoreboard up there. It's great. Then how the pre-gates came about was, as I was very particular with the boat drivers taking me into the course on an angle sometimes, or boat speed not up to path, as my dad was a national boat driver for many years, I'd say to Ed, "They're coming on an angle, and I might be able to fix that." So I said, "How?" And he said, "We'll be right." So the next day we're out there with Lucky's boat, and putting the boys in and trying to check how far the boys would be out or in. And numerous runs. I think Susie Graham was there at the time, and Lucky. We're testing it out, and anyway, the pre-gates got put in, so that was great. And then he brought in the video, center point video, just so the boat couldn't leave, and that was great as well because he had the center line put in, and many other innovations. I'm sure he gave Bob Corson a lot of headaches at night trying to get new rules put in, and yes, we all loved Ed. Every time we came to Moomba, everyone was really excited to have Ed there, and it really was special to a lot of people. And I just know that a lot of people in the room tonight would have a funny story to say about Ed or how he was, because he's quite a comical character with his different language, and he was just one of a kind Ed. So I haven't got many minutes here, I know, but I know the time's ticking, so I just wish you all the best, and congratulate all the recipients tonight, as Ed would be thinking they were well deserved as well. And I don't have a beer in my hand because I don't drink beer, alcohol much, so I know Dad wouldn't have one in the house anyway, so I'm sure you've got a beer there in hand to have one for Ed, and I hope everyone enjoys their evening. And on behalf of Amy, Camden and I, we say have a good night, and wish you all the best. Good night. Bye.